When the water splashes on the bank, it leaves a mark. Memories can be like that. Pushing and pulling, fading after time. I didn't know how much I could lose until I understood how much I've already lost. Old lives and faces, old friends, new ones too. Zoe's just gone. Maisie isn't with me. Hell, I don't even know if I really am a me. Can an entire rushing river be condensed into one person? Can one person ever be as simple as the river they draw breath from? Can lifetimes of memory just be a kid? I'll never know. Lives are made and lost in memories and trapped in them too, no matter how it happened. No matter how much I don't like it, bad people are in that tapestry, and we desperately tried to add more to that collection. We failed. The snake might be removed and taken over, but Angel's demon still lives, and in the worst way possible. The person I know I love more than any other was picked up off the ground and stolen. I'm going to lose him. I know it. I feel it. But I won't do it without a fight. This is my home, my territory, me. Come to my banks to spill blood, and I'll drown you in it. It's as simple as that.
Oh my gosh! Hey everybody! I am so incredibly excited to be here. I am so touched, and just my heart is so full to see all these wonderful players again, and we've all been able to come back together and finish this wonderful story that we've woven together. Ha! Woven, no pun intended. I'm Jen. I'm your nervous GM. I'm going to go around and have everyone say who they are, who they're playing, and what was their character's best and worst moment at summer camp so far this year. What was your rose and what was your thorn? And I'm going to start with, how about Jade?
Ooh, how? Okay, so hi everyone, my name is Ray. You can find me on the internet doing board game things, wow. And I play Jade, who is our very badass yet simultaneously extremely awkward witch girl who just had possibly the love of her life yeeted from existence, so that sucks. Jade's worst moment is one that happened recently, which was her having a not super great meddling event between May and Zoe, where she saw a friendship happening between a person that she had a crush on, which was Zoe, and someone that she, I don't know, was friends with, thought she had a crush on, but not really. They were becoming close, and Jade forcibly kind of tore them apart, and that was shitty and really bad, and we're gonna see the fallout from that probably soon. Best thing she did, I don't know if I have a best thing she did.
It could be a best moment that happened to her.
She stood up to her mom, Vivian, when Vivian was being kind of a bitch to her little sister. And I think that she typically kind of likes to pretend her little sister doesn't exist, but she had that weird kind of kick-in of maternal instinct and stood up to her pretty toxic mom, which was cool. So
yeah, that was cool. All right, let's go with Angel.
Hi. I'm your nervous Angel Pablo. I didn't know how I was going to end that sentence until I started it. I think Angel's best moment. I think Angel's best moment was probably feeling the kind of way that you would have to feel to earnestly say, hey, the universe cut me a break when it gave me you. That was very good. Just love the little sort of cuteness, and there was just nothing more to say for the rest of that scene. Worst moment was definitely karaoke night. That was abysmal.
But in such a wonderful way. Awesome. Let's go, Maisie. You're muted.
Muted.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was like, wait, I'm muted. Muted. Hi, everybody. It's me, Bunz, when I'm not muted. And you can find me playing and running. You got the keys, and then there's a spear. For Maisie, our student gargoyle, I think they're like this, just like the VIP moments with Maisie, like for Maisie and with Maisie. I think it was like that starting speech at like the first day of camp when they like rallied everyone together, and for them that was them fully recharging on everybody, literally getting into the camp spirit. So like back when everything made sense. That's but and I think their thorn would be realizing Cam didn't think they were family. That was the worst thing that's happened in camp, because them finding out all the things with Edna was like, look, we belong, and it was never a we for him.
It was a we. It's just Edna was not part of that we. You left our family to join Edna's family. That's what happened.
Oh my gosh, y'all play MonsterHearts so right. You are so MonsterHearts, every single one of you. This group gets this game. Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, let's then go to Tam now.
This is gonna. First of all, hi. I play Tim, or the river, the creature of the river, to be specific. My name is
Potomac.
The Potomac River,
Not the
because his name
Potomac.
is Potami. And I go by Werewolf Feels on the internet, and I play a lot of games. And yeah, his favorite moment, probably dragging his boyfriend under the water and making out with him. I know that sounds scary. And it was, but it wasn't. It was also really romantic. And he is, his worst moment is having his boyfriend ripped away from him and yeeted to the river, probably to get drowned, which is ironic and also very bad. Yeah.
That is a bad moment. That's
Yeah. Also, Maisie abandoning me for Edna. It's up there.
yeah. All right, Serena.
All right, I'm gonna say that there's recorded video of me inviting you into my life. So like you should have never left after you replaced me just because somebody with goo eyes and a fun accent.
I replaced you. Okay.
I can't wait till this conversation happens.
I love it.
Oh, Serena, you go.
Hi everyone, I am Rosie Raider, Valdrianth on the internet. I'm playing Serena, and she is our Gorgon basketball girl, and her best moment was definitely learning how to tattoo. Like, she found her calling. She's like, I'm gonna be a tattoo artist, like, let's go. Which is not something she ever would have done if it wasn't for our literal snake god. But also just becoming super good friends with Maisie has also just been a huge highlight for Serena. And her worst moment is probably finding out that she's a part of some 90s rom-com bet. Like, that is not okay, and she's going to, like a proper monster, probably murder someone by the end of the session. So but yeah, that's her, and that's, if I end up sounding a little hoarse, y'all, I'm sorry. I'm recovering.
We have multiple people here who are like wading through recovering from serious illness, and like, again, like, my heart feels so blessed that you're here, both that you're okay enough to be here and that you are pushing through illness just to be with us. Like, I'm just full of joy, everybody. Okay, so yeah, let's go from full of joy to disaster MonsterHearts. Okay.
Love it.
Let's set the scene, and let's just do a little bit of like overall review, right? So overall, you all have discovered that Edna Orkney, one of the founders of the camp that the lake was named after, as we just realized, is also someone who has been protecting the camp by taking the memories of the campers, weaving them into a literal tapestry, and continuing to weave that to create a barrier between this reality in an alternative reality in which the camp was poisoned and corrupted by a combination of the snake god cult and infernal cabal, including Angel's patron. You discovered this, and shortly thereafter, the patron, using her stiletto heels, stepped on and tore part of the tapestry, and running after Zoe, who grabbed the tapestry, and which is now being held by Serena, because in a second we'll say Zoe has ascended to godhood, so not in a mood to hold a tapestry anymore. Ran out into the woods in the muddy rain, and not before Bunz, Maisie, dove into the tapestry, and is gone for now. And you went and confronted Zoe's god, and Zoe, with your help, was able to battle the god, overcome the god, and become the god. So like R.I.P. Zoe, but also yay. And Zoe now lives in the rec hall of the lodge as a taxidermied snake who can come to life in the same way that Maisie can. And that was all well and good until you also summoned Angel's patron into the circle. Angel's patron was having like a chest-thumping confrontation, and then Jade, attempting to help, threw her phone, and the patron caught it, and using the World Wide Web, snaked his way out of the circle, Angel in tow, running toward the river as the rest of you pursue, except for Maisie. Is there anything that I missed that we want to put into that recap? All right, anything else we will add in as we go. We will start, however, with Maisie. Maisie, as you jump through the tapestry, you actually feel like the coarse texture of the strings of the weaving sort of brushing your face as you dive in. But after brushing through that weave, you feel cold air on your face. You smell mud and musty bark. You see around you what you've seen before, trees warped into the shapes of people writhing in pain or fear. And you find yourself in a world with lightning strikes and a full moon lighting a misty forestscape, with the cabin, Edna's cabin, in front of you. What do you do?
After my initial, dear Lord, what is that? I was just sort of looking around and making sure that I am alone, and kind of looking up to make sure nobody else is falling. They're gonna kind of like, no, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Came here, made a decision, stick to decision, move forward, and like, so just like starts like trudging directly towards the front door. I feel like, yeah, okay, they're not gonna kick the door down. Is there light coming from the cabin?
Oh yes, there is light. In fact, the only light that feels like it has color and warmth. All of the rest of the light in this woods, it sort of has that like washed out look, in the way that lightning doesn't really have color to it most of the time. It's sort of that colorless light. There is warm golden light shining from all of the cracks of the cabin.
Does it make me feel like Edna's cabin did in real life when we were in that storm? Does it make me feel as warm as it did when it called me then?
Very much so. In fact, more so, because the contrast to the environment that you're in is so big.
Okay. Well then, like big breath and just kind of like go inside.
Right. You open the door and you see a similar makeup of physically of the cabin that you were in when you met Edna. There's a fairly large dining table near the front and a stove in the back. And around the table you see about 8 people sort of huddled together, some with arms around each other, looking drawn, tired, and newly distressed. And looking up from the table, you see something wholly unexpected. And I'm I'm actually going to ask you to gaze into the abyss, to roll with dark.
Okay. One time I want it, okay. Hey, that's 6 plus 3 plus 2.
6 plus 3 plus 2? Hell yeah. Okay. A person looks up from the head of the table. Older, Edna's age, wrinkled, gray hair. And she looks at you, and you know in that instance that you are looking at what you would look like if you could age. The spitting image of you, but with decades of actual human aging added on. And the other thought that comes to you when you see this person look up at you is, I'm beautiful.
Mhm.
She looks at you with the beauty of determination and strong will, and purposeful action. And she sees you and draws in a breath. You. Mirror creature.
Yes, specifically a mermaid. Did you know that?
You are what she made.
So, who are you?
Jen forgot her name. Just a second. Oh, yes. Okay. I am Margaret. I was Edna's spinster sister, friend, aunt.
If it makes you feel any better, I'm older than what a spinster would be, so you look amazing.
Well, thank you. I think you young people will say I was her girlfriend.
That is so much better than her being my mom. Wait. Why are you here?
I have been holding the tapestry, and she points, and now you see a tapestry behind her that was not there before, on the side. And I could see her as I wove it on this side, growing old with me. I saw her carve you, but did not know that she brought you to life.
You really loved their inspiration.
We never had the chance to have our own child in our own image, but she must have.
It's a family. Small one. But the other half, and they like get closer to her, kind of like urgently take whatever. The other part isn't looking so well. The memories, they're not working. You two have been weaving the same tapestry, the same thing together.
She passes the thread through the tapestry to me, and I pass it back to her. I occasionally brush her hand through the fabric. We know we've felt a tear. You can see in the woods now. You can see pieces of your side trickling through and our side trickling back.
Okay. So then, could you, if I get you out of here, could you guys love loom outside of the tapestry?
Could we what?
The thing, passing it back and forth, like a loom, like a love loom.
Love loom.
Is that not how this works?
Sorry, I, Jen, am dying. The love loom. Oh my God. Oh, it makes me so happy. If I could have done it from the other side, I would have gone to her long ago. And the other people around the table are like, if we could go, if we could leave, we would have left. Would you want to stay here? I don't want to stay here. Do you see it? The trees are really freaky. Do you see that? It's not fun here.
Yes, I understand that it's not fun here. That's why I'm trying to get you guys out. But I didn't even know that you were in here. I thought you were the thread. I didn't think you were people.
People. Memories, at the very least. I don't know if we can be people.
Well, I'm made of memories. You can be people. The question is, now that I feel like I have to ask, because you're not just remnant pieces of thread time, do you want to be part of me? My whole job is to hold memories. I'll hold you.
How?
Okay, so look. So this was like back in like it was the 70s. A lot of weird stuff happened. But one of those weird things was this, and it was this artist guy. All he did was graffiti. It was one of the best graffiti marks that I've had, but it has never withered. So once it's part of me, it's part of me. I get rejuvenated every year. You'll be rejuvenated every year.
And one of the people at the table is like, you're gonna make us into a tattoo?
Yes, you'll be beautiful art. Now, I mean, unless you want to be hair and eyelash, I would not do anything below the dorsal.
One of them actually is like, oh, hair would be kind of, I could be, oh, okay.
This is wood. I am made up of like 7 different trees. I am the camp. Maybe if you're not me, you could be a part of the camp. Make it better. Heck, maybe somebody could be a filtration device, and then it would be like really good for the water quality in the river.
One of them is like, I want to be a filtration device. There's a lot of conversation that sort of happens amongst them, with Margaret sort of sitting back and watching. And like debate, and there's one man in particular, sort of early, middle ages, maybe late 40s, early 50s, who's like explaining to people, if the boundaries are going to break down anyway, then this is our only option. We're going to dissipate. Will just dissipate and flow into the other world and corrupt it along with every other thread on this side of the tapestry. This is our chance. And slowly he seems to start winning other people over. Margaret looks at you and says, you have been a part of me. Seems right that I should be a part of you.
And maybe if we sit back in time, I know somebody who will finally let you two be together. So we can be.
Okay. And she looks around to everyone else and says, okay. And there are nods. There are nods. The one person is like, it better be a cool tattoo. Like, it better look pretty fucking good.
Well, what do you want it to be?
Huh.
Like kind of like that conversation while everyone's walking out, they're like kind of talking them out of the door.
Yeah. Like you start getting people, and these are people who like they physically aged, but like you can tell they haven't had the life experiences to make them be more than the teens that they were when they were pulled through. So you get like, oh my gosh, like a scorpion would be sick. I'd like a scorpion, and someone's like, I would really like I don't know, like a compass and a vine, and the compass would mean like knowing your direction in life, and vine would be like we're all interconnected just the same way that everything on the planet, and like people are getting into it.
The little compass rose in like the corner of the map of the camp, and and they kind of start telling them this design of kind of getting becoming a part of the camp by becoming part of the legend of the camp. If they want to get a tattoo that is a map of the camp with all of the dotted lines, and then have it start being that you write in your favorite parts of where the camp is, give them names, and then the memories will tie to those names. So every time someone adds something, it's a new permanent place for one of the others, kind of ingraining all of the memories into them. That's what they kind of want to do.
Yeah, one of the young men actually takes his shirt off and grabs like a marker from the cabin as they go and is like sort of sketching and like trying like this. Like that, you mean like the, okay, that's really dope. Okay, cool, that's wonderful. Actually, they're from like the 70s, so that's really groovy. And where do you lead them?
I like, so everybody was just kind of in the cabin at first. I kind of just sort of want them on the porch, and I asked, I actually want to ask Margaret if they think they can make one more thing. They have magic that makes this place a good place for everybody that I know, just where to have them. I would like them to help me if they can make a camera. I'm gonna take everybody's picture one last time out front, and that's how I want to transport them. My little pocket that I was like is in the front of my jumper. I want to like put the picture in my jumper so I can keep it for me. And then I gotta find a way out of here.
And so you're asking her to make a camera?
Yeah, because I don't know. It's Maisie's understanding that they have some type of creation ability here. So even if it's like them making it out of threads, maybe they could make a camera.
Yeah, I think if they were to be able to weave a camera into the tapestry. So what I'm going to ask you to do then, because I feel like this is also sort of trying to make sure that you can sort of interpret and understand the environment that you're in well enough to accomplish this goal. I'm going to have you gaze into the abyss again and roll with dark.
Was that this last time? All right, so 3 plus 2 is 5 plus another 2 is 7.
7, okay. She goes back to the you're able to suggest, like she has a moment of like self-doubt and you have clarity. Like you feel intuitively, because you are made of memories, how to understand the tapestry now that you've been introduced to what it really is. So you're able to show her what to do. As she's doing it though, the tapestry sort of shows you the history of these people on the other side of reality. And you see the plodding, seemingly eternal loneliness that Margaret has felt, only occasionally brushing the hand of the person that she loves. The isolation of being in this cabin in this forest. You see and feel the frustration and loss of these other people who had lives outside of camp and could never return. The knowledge that their memory has been lost from the other side. So you are able to direct her to do this thing, but the weight of this sadness lies heavily on you as you go to the front of the cabin to take this picture. When she's done sort of weaving it into the picture, you actually see it on the table. And it's like one of those like old, like big box, like has a tripod, like camera thing that you would have seen in like the early 20th century.
Okay.
There's like a thing to hold up with like a lens that goes poof when a frame to put in it.
They like, it's like, it would be like kind of like slowly, because it's trying to get used to. It's almost like they're starting to feel like the joint pain in their fingers from like the constant moving, like as everyone's getting into place and kind of like fighting over where they're going to be in the picture and who's going to stand like, no, you're too tall, go in the back. Kind of the thing. They're like slowly putting it together and lining everything out. Like I like to think the thunder is still happening in the background, while they're just trying to set up what is basically a class of photo for everyone. And so they kind of like have like the blanket thing over it. They like have the thing and they're like, all right, everybody look at the birdie. They warp and waft, and then they like put it under and they click the thing and they go.
Awesome. And you warp and waft. Someone does finger guns.
Right. People are like this over each other.
There is a roll of thunder and a crash of lightning. And as you take this picture, and I have no idea if this is how old, the old timey cameras, you had to go develop them, but that's okay. This is like a fantasy camera.
Down.
Yeah, it's upside down, but it's like
Polaroid.
Yeah. You get the printout of the picture at the same time because this is fantasy. So yeah, you get it. It is upside down. There's a strike of lightning in the background that just like perfectly frames what's happening. And you see most people sort of having this fun time, and Margaret in the middle, just looking at you in awe, just still in awe at you.
Yeah, you look down and they're like, I got some of your head strongness. Just a bit. They're like, put the painting in me, kind of look around. And they always wanted to try something. Cam was insistent that it would not work, but they have gotten a decent amount of air before jumping out of the water in their mermaid form with like the way that their fins are on their arms. And they feel like if they came from up, they might be able to leave from up.
All right. What are they going to do?
They're going to try to pick up speed from the water and jump back out. It's a tapestry. It's not.
I love this. I love it so much. I love this. So you're going to get into the water and swim in the river?
Is it like water? Is it even like water? Is it like still like kind of made of it's water, but when you get into it, you feel like the strings going past you. Like you feel both. Like yeah, wetness. And what about the rest of the people? You bring the picture. Yeah.
And so the idea is you will bring the memory of them back into the world, and that will bring them back.
Yeah, like through their picture. Like I have their picture. I'm
that.
taking some out of it with me. I'm taking them with me.
Oh my God, I'm dying. This is so creative and awesome. Okay, so you leave them on the porch, sort of, and they're holding their hands, and there's a sense of like, you know how you are when you're like watching a sports team, like about to do something, and you're hoping that they win, and like your whole heart and soul is tied up into them winning. They sort of stand on the edge of the river.
Don't do this to me. I watch sports anime.
And you get into the river. You feel that water, but also thread rushing past you. And let's do. I feel like run away certainly makes sense here. Go ahead and roll with volatile.
No. I'm a nice guardian. My volatile, I think it's my. Okay. That's for 10 total, a 5 plus 4 plus. Oh wait, no, minus 1, so it's 8.
It's an 8. Okay. You flap your fins and push, and you feel that speed coming on, and that muscle memory of how to jump, and you flip up like a dolphin into the sky, and you feel the momentum start to carry you up into the air.
Like this guy, this dolphin in the air.
Yes, just like the dolphin flowing into the sky. You even can see above you a patch of blue, of like the world with color and vitality above you. But choose one. You run into something worse, you cause a big scene, or you leave something behind.
Oh no, I am not taking leaving something behind. I would like to cause a big scene. I hope I come out right in the middle of the kaiju battle, just like mermaid.
Yes. Okay. So like you jump up into the sky, and did we lose someone? Oh, okay.
There they go.
You jump up into sky, and there's like a moment where like you're like pulled in the air, like you're just like almost frozen. You know that moment right before you crash down?
Oh no, it's so embarrassing.
And then you find yourself just full on like cannonballing into the patron carrying angel toward the river, and out of the sky, everyone. For a moment, it's like a fish just like wiggling and jiggling out of the sky like it is raining, and it comes crashing into the patron, and you can see that it's Maisie. And Maisie, let's see what I want you to roll with. I feel like let's see how much impact you have on this patron who is holding Angel in his grip. Why don't you roll with Volatile? We're gonna lash out physically.
Don't be so I yeeted at your voice. I said -1 again, and that's a 6 plus 4 head by the 9.
A 9. Okay. So you are able actually to temporarily like knock him off of his feet and off of his guard. Let's see.
Sorry, he is the patron? Or
Yes, it's the patron. It's the patron.
Cool.
Remember, the patron was a
Just
she
go
and
whatever
then it says
pronouns.
he.
Yeah, it's fine.
No, the patron does gender swap. Right,
Yeah.
we talked about that. And you, Maisie, as you land, and with the weight of all that sorrow and that pain, and knowing that you are about to confront something that caused it, become your darkest self. Describe your darkest self to us.
All right, so Maisie has been very much so keeping to their core, like just physical memory, like they have to scale. They changed certain parts out because it makes them tougher, like spines and stuff. But it's like it's nothing compared to their darkest. It's more closely resembling what Sam looks like. They become like a kraken like creature, like their tail elongates, but the end, instead of it being a fin, becomes like multiple tentacles, like grab everything towards them. But it's like everyone's bad memories at camp is their darkest self. The time you got rejected, when somebody tripped you in the cafeteria, the fact that you had to eat alone, that you didn't get the solo in the school play. It's
Karaoke night.
It's all those bad memories. That's what fueled their darkest self, and now they have decades of it from all the pain and sorrow. So it's just like they're unrecognizable, and all they see is a target.
Yes, and you all feel sort of like rushing at you. And I say feel like it's like a physical impact of tears and loneliness and yelling at people, like yelling and really, really, really out of tune karaoke singing, just bad, just like coming at you. Oh my gosh. And Angel, I'm gonna have you, actually all of you roll to keep your cool. Roll with cold.
Terrifying, yep.
Okay. Where's my dice?
I got this in the bag. I got a -1 to cool.
Oh, okay.
9.
9.
9, okay.
7.
I got a 13.
Nice. What did you get, Maisie? I'm sorry.
I didn't know I had to do it. I thought
No, you shouldn't.
terrorizing
No.
everyone.
I thought you said something. So I've got 2 medium successes, 1 success, and then I didn't hear the last one. Did Jade
There was a
succeeded? Everyone
7.
else was 7 to 9. Okay.
Yeah.
Jade, ask me a question about the situation, and you will get an honest answer.
Ooh. I just want to know how, because this is Maisie just kind of came into, we were not aware of anything that happened. So I just want to know how Maisie's feeling right now. Is Maisie okay?
Maisie?
Maisie is overwhelmed, and not in the way you think at all, and not even because of the danger to the camp or because of them being like revealed as this dark. They're overwhelmed because it's a sad overwhelm. They just wanted to have a good time at camp, and they don't understand why this is happening. It's like like keeping from her.
Got you.
Yeah. Tam, Angel, and Serena, what is the next action that you would like to do?
Am I still apprehended?
Yes.
I don't want to do something to physically get myself out of this situation because I don't feel like that's in character. I wonder if I can assess my surroundings somehow. Is there anything I can observe about the situation around me that would help me get a leg up in the situation?
Okay. On a 7 to 9, you, and in observing the situation, you know in that pause that, so you can decide if you want to spend your second doing this, that as you bring your consciousness to something else, your patron will have a moment to slip their thoughts past you and to other people.
When you say that, you mean like their attention or like their like demonic influence sort of deal?
Hard to tell.
I kind of feel like I want their attention on me.
Okay,
Like,
so
I
what do you
think
do
I
to
would
get their,
rather that.
what do you do to get their attention on you then?
Start singing badly.
Okay, awesome. What do you think?
Yes.
But Bunz brought me, or rather, sorry, Maisie brought me back into the mode of bad karaoke, and I think I sang the song that I sang to Tam well, but now it's bad. Now I'm singing it really bad because I'm leaning into it, and I'm just like, I'm in love with you, but it's all right. I fall in love nearly every night, but for longer than that, I'm not gonna.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Tam, what action are you wanting to take?
So I'm in my darkest self.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh no.
You and Mixie both.
Yeah, my darkest self is that I cannot stop the inevitable, and perhaps it's better to turtle up and make best of the time I have. So I need to find what belongs to me, take it, and then hide with it. Angel belongs to me. So I'm going to wrestle that thing away from my heart. Right now. No waiting, no time in between, no hesitancy.
And you know, with the keep your cool roll with the 7 to 9, that you can take that action, but that will draw that creature's attention to you and its attempt at infernal influence to you. So you still take the action.
Yes.
I was gonna deal with my emotional baggage now. Oh, this is the worst relationship ever.
Okay, I will get to you in a second because Jade's at 13, so Jade's gonna get to go first. But Serena, what action do you want to take in this moment?
Oh man. Okay, I need a picture painted. So is the patron and Angel and Macy and Tam all in the river?
They're running toward the river. They're not
all
at the river
running
yet.
Towards the river. Okay. Yeah. All right, cool. And I have just the tapestry locked over my my shoulder.
Kind of muddy and damp tapestry, yes.
Yeah. Can't run with this. I'm gonna whip it around and give it to Jade and be like, here. I'm faster without it. And I
Wait, what are you giving me?
The tapestry.
Okay. Oh shit.
So,
Great. That's
so your
great.
intended action is to hand the tapestry to Jade and run where?
Past everyone else because I am faster than you. I want to attempt to turn the patron to stone.
Okay. So you know it also that in doing that, your attempt to turn the patron may bring the patron's infernal influence to you.
Yeah, bring it, bitch.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Awesome. Okay, Jade, you get to go first because you rolled a 13.
I don't really know what I want to do. I think Jade's honestly very not in the headspace to deal with this right now. Can I kind of just, is it valid to just kind of like retreat with the tapestry?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Where do you want to take it?
I kind of want to just run into the woods.
Okay.
Like where I can still see what's happening, but I think Jade just wants to hide.
Yeah. Okay, so you find like a denser sort of copse of trees?
Sure.
Cluster of trees,
Yeah.
whatever, COPSE, cluster of trees.
Sure.
And you run into it with the tapestry. Tam, Serena, you take your action simultaneously. Serena, you are going at the devil with your attempt to turn it to stone.
Yeah.
Cam, you are tackling for Angel. Do. Both of you, as you do, will do your action first, and then
Yeah. Where did my dice go? Okay, so turn to stone. You turn someone to stone when you're looking at your face. So I have to I have to run really fast. Like I have to fucking sprint. That's okay because I am 6 feet tall. Let's go.
Hell yeah! I'm not gonna make that. There's no question. Like you are.
Yeah.
You're
I'm
the
gonna
athlete.
Roll plus dark to like. We'll just be like, look at those sixes.
Oh, nice.
Like, what? I love my extra life dice. So I get in front of this thing and like my hair just like poofs the fuck out. My eyes glow and I lock eyes with the patron. And on 10 plus, they turn to stone, a stone statue are frozen in place until the end of the scene.
Awesome. So
Yeah.
you lock eyes with the statue, and
Yeah.
this happens simultaneously to Tam's tackle.
Yeah.
Those eyes begin to turn to stone, and in the moment that you do this, you hear in your mind, and you hear in the sound of that businesswoman that the devil presented as, sometimes is, with the stiletto. You can almost hear the stiletto heels and the power suit. You hear in your head, free me. Your family will be reinstated. Your enemies will be punished. And you will find friends with whom you belong. Tam, what do you do?
I'm gonna take that which belongs to me.
How?
Is the creature slowly being turned to stone yet?
It
I
is
see.
locking eyes with Serena, and you can sort of hear the sounds of its flesh beginning to change, that sort of crunching sound.
Great. I'm gonna wait for it to reach its arm, and then I'm going to break its arm off.
Yes!
I'll have you roll with volatile.
Of course. I'd love to.
Like,
Yeah,
just
Taro.
to do any physical actions here, because just, he's got this.
Oh yeah, I'm the strong one. That's an 11.
That's an 11.
Oh.
Awesome. You knock into his arm right as it's turning into stone. You feel that sort of resistance of the stone more so than you would feel with an arm. It actually hurts a fair bit more than it would if you were jumping into flesh. And you feel a snap as the arm that's holding Angel snaps off. And in that moment, you hear in your mind, in the voice of the power suit patron, let me have him. Let me have the land. Either one. If you let me keep the land, you keep him and you keep the river. I won't touch it. So, the camp or him?
No matter which one I choose, you'll just poison me further. No.
I would like you to roll to shut the devil down.
Dude, yes!
I haven't
Not today.
cold.
Not today.
Not today, Satan.
Let me just double check something.
Not today, boss.
Actually, yes, today. That's a 6.
That's a 6.
Yes.
I'm just gonna mark an XP. Hold on. Yep. Okay, we're good to go.
Yes. Okay, it's just a second because there's noise coming. I'm gonna let my dog out of my office before she loses her.
All right, I'm the GM now. This is a game of masks.
Angel wins. Gets great at karaoke. Lives happily ever after. Okay. So all of the rest of the people here see this happen. And on that fail with rolling with colds, They see the determination of your decision, and know that in that moment you would reject the camp in favor of Angel and the river. And Maisie specifically knows that. As you shear that arm off, Angel comes crashing to the ground, and the devil slowly freezes. The rain continues to fall. There's a crash of thunder and lightning. And Angel is free. Jade
Somebody
is
want to
hiding
cut
with
off its head now?
I think Angel is just like, I think barrels to the ground in a clumsy manner and just sort of like picks himself up carefree and is just like, Tim, I knew you would save me. Everything's fine now.
Come on.
Does it last forever?
Meanwhile, Maisie's like, bad memories. Everything's fine now.
We're all good. Everything's good here. How are you? Come on, let's go.
All right.
Hey,
Are we like ditching the statue of my patron? Is that?
It's not safe here.
You got me there?
Angel?
Yeah.
You don't know if this means that your patron is defeated forever, if your contract is void, if another infernal will take up the contract that your family has been tied to. You don't know.
Hey, Ten, you got this, right? Like we're good, right?
Got what?
Like this whole, my baggage, like this. You're here for me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got nothing to worry about.
Got you, me, and a 1,000 miles of water. What do we need?
Okay. And so I think we just start running.
What direction do you run in?
I mean, I grab his hand, run him directly to the water.
Right.
Like a massive weirdo.
I love it.
That's fantastic.
Go, Jade.
I'm gonna kind of pick up the tapestry, seeing that Angela's okay, and try to run after him. I don't know if I make it to him before they jump into the river, but just like tears kind of streaking down my face, like calling out to Angel. But I don't know if I make it in time. That's up to you, Jen.
I mean, we can make it up to you.
Oh,
You can roll with volatile.
Sure.
How long are your legs?
Average.
Not as long as mine.
7, 6.
Serene just takes 2 steps and is already there.
I'm like, as you are running past me, like, you don't. Okay.
You run in their direct. Ooh, sorry, just a second. I forgot to plug my computer in. How about I do that before,
Glad you
guys?
caught that now. That shit's
Let me
scary.
just plug my computer. That's your 6. Your 6 roll. You make something worse. The MC disappears.
Great.
Let me also hardwire it into the internet instead of using Wi-Fi. There we go. All right. You go rushing to the river. You miss them, and you think about this. You can choose one. You run into something worse, you cause a big scene, or you leave something behind.
All great things.
Ooh. I have a couple options here. I'm not sure what I want to do. Angel, do we have anything that like we made together that would like represent our friendship? Do we have like notes we passed or anything
There's
like that?
There's gotta be a Tumblr page that we both run, right?
Fucking Tumblr page. Oh my god.
I mean, I feel like
uses
you're-
Tumblr anymore. What are you,
They do.
millennials?
Angel and Jade. I feel like your phone is really where you contain all of your friendship between you.
Yeah,
and
but I don't have that anymore. That's already
right.
lost. It's
That's right. It is already lost.
I would have done my phone if I still had my phone, but I think I have some piece of like crumpled up paper in my jacket that has like the login information for our shared Tumblr page and like the plan for the various like fanfics we were writing, and I just kind of like throw it into the river.
Oh,
and just kind of stare at the two of you swimming away.
So what are you doing in the river? Are you
Yeah,
swimming away?
I don't know what shit you're doing in the river, but
Very valid
I
question.
forgot that I have been influenced by my relationship with Tim to be sea urchin mermaid. That's
Yeah.
Yep.
That was great to remember all
Yeah.
at once. It was like a child's realizing its early release day at 12 noon. It's fucking glorious. Yeah, I mean, I think I just dive into the water at first, and then I come out and I've got all these like little spikes, and I'm all sleek and ready to go swimming. And I think I do turn to Tam, and I'm just like, Tam,
Yeah.
is
What?
everything okay? Because it's the last episode of the campaign, and we can't continue stretching this out for like another 8 episodes. No, for real. I think he goes, is everything okay?
What do you want me to say? I can't make it okay, Angel. I can't fix everything, so I'm just gonna be here with you until the sun goes down, and that's it. That's all that matters.
Standing on the shore, and you'll have a chance to answer in a minute, Angel. But Jade, first of all you hear is coming from them, but you see them together and clearly just a pair, just even in a physical way. You throw that notebook into the water, and you have alienated May. You have lost Zoe. Your friend is no longer apportioning the energy to you that you have relied on for so long. You stand on that shore lonelier than ever, holding a tapestry that is soggy and wet and muddy and getting all your clothes like really super gross. What are Maisie and Serena doing? And Angel, hold on to your response. We're just pausing for time so that, because this is all happening at once. Serena?
Serena thought they were gonna fight Satan, but I guess not. So kind of, because if she looks away, she doesn't know like what's gonna happen. So she has to figure this out. So I think she's gonna try and. How tall is the patron again?
Patron right now is in like full-on devil form, like 8 to 9 feet. Yeah.
Okay. So just 3 feet taller than me. That's cool. So I think like I'm gonna try and be the responsible one here, and try to like, while it's still stone, like break its head off.
Right.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Let's have you roll with volatile to see how much you can break.
Yeah, like I don't want it to come back. So volatile, right? Let's see. I am I'm not the first one in the scene to lash out physically though, so I don't get the +1. Oh yeah, no, that's a 5. Just like oh no, this is not somebody.
You are like punching at it or kicking at it, or how are you trying to lash out?
I'm trying to like grab it. Does it have horns?
Yes.
Okay, I'm trying to like grab it by the horns, and I'm trying to like get as much leverage as I can to like rip the head off.
Yeah.
Like I'm putting like my foot against its chest and just like trying with like all of my might, but yo, she ain't budging.
So you're like half up, like you have this like really cool moment of like sort of half climbing and leaping up to grab the horns, and then you're trying to push off, and it's like, and you're a little like waggling your feet in the air, and then trying to put, and nothing gives.
Yeah. And I'll look over and turn over my shoulder and be like, Macy, help! Someone!
Maisie, what are you doing at this moment?
I will start this with saying that you calling for Macy is what snaps them out of all of this, but all that like confusion starts pulling all of the confusion out from everyone's memories. So it really is just kind of like becoming more and more, and they're like trying to comfort themselves, and they're like this really weird hum. It sort of sounds like when a Tesla coil makes music, but it's them humming a warped version of Warp and Wef's theme song, like trying to get themselves to like calm down until they hear Serena like scream at Macy, what are you doing? They're a camper. Someone from my camp needs me, because they were like slowly but surely getting to the point, like slowly their like tentacle was raising to knock over the lodge where their body normally is, because if they end it all, then they just can end it all, and then it's like, but someone from my camp needs me. And then they kind of turn over, and then the target is back, and there's just this sound that emits from them, and then they come like crashing like through the water to go and help Serena.
All right, so roll with volatile.
Fight Satan.
And I have a move called rival schools. Would the devil count as a rival school?
What is the move?
For the purposes of school spirit, act against a rival school or people associated with it. It counts as being within your domain. Which he really,
I will give you that.
Taking claim of this place for years, but no, this is mine.
Yeah, I will give you rival school for sure.
Heck yeah. Volatile. And 4 + 5, 9 - 1, 8.
8. Okay.
All right.
You are able to break the horns and the head off, and crash it down. And Serena, you're like, you get out of the way, kind of in time to like sort of swing on one of the horns. And you crash the head down, and it breaks on the ground. And in the middle of it, you see this crystalline rock formation, like its own little, like, uneven, sort of almost circular. And it's shining sort of sickly green light until it's exposed to the air, and then it slowly starts to go dim, and a crack goes down the middle of it. And it lies inert. However, the people around you can choose one, learn something about your true nature and get a string on you. And I'd say it would be Serena. Something about this harm causes something bad that I will decide. And you're already your darkest self, so that's not going to happen. So either I decide some other harm or Serena gets a string on you and learns something about your true nature.
I have a string on Macy already.
Yeah.
You can have multiple strings.
Yeah.
How many strings? I don't think they would mind. Serena has kind of been the person who has been next to them through all of this. They've like found this weird, annoying cousin kind of again, like they're making me hang out with the cousin that's the same age as me kind of feel.
You have
No, you feel that way about Macy.
Me hang
You
out with
feel
you.
that way about Macy. I need
Okay.
the other way around.
Like,
Macy is the one holding the crackers and the juice going, I'm just happy I'm here. So I don't mind at all if they have, like, they learn something about them. It'll be something that the only other person who would know is Tam. And now they also would know this thing. And you said it's an option for me to give that string in order for this to.
Yes.
Yes, I will.
Yes.
I will do that.
So what does Serena learn?
It happens when they touch, because like one of the tentacles kind of, when you go to move out the way, it helps you get out of the way when they're like ripping into it, and that's when you kind of like connect to them and you see from their vision. One of the first times, it was actually the first time they ever met Tam, and it was the first time they ever failed at protecting a camper. One of the kids that was going out on the canoes fell over, like it just kind of went over, and they were stuck, and they started. It was like they came to life to protect them. Like this is when they came to life. This is when they really moved, because they were like, I have fins, I should be able to do something. And then suddenly their arm moved. And so you watch them physically make themselves move to save this camper, but they didn't know how to swim, so they're just lost because they started sinking, and they're sinking with this kid, and then Tam is rescuing this kid, and then pulling Maisie like upside down, half like sentient out of the water. And Tam is the reason that they're like, I have to become stronger. They've always wanted to be like Tam. It's not a secret, but you know, the one time they've ever failed.
Yeah.
I think kind of like upon like receiving this moment and this, you know, we have the head of the patron and a moment to breathe. Serena is going to kind of take a few steps forward, facing Macy, and Serena is just going to give Macy like a really, really big hug. Like just wrap her arms around Macy. And she's gonna tell her, you are enough. Thank you.
Oh no, don't do that.
I'm gonna pause that scene and think about what she'd say back, Macy, and go to Tam and Angel again. And I believe we stopped with Tam saying, what do you want me to say?
Yeah.
Angel, what's your response?
So said, what do you want me to say? And I think I said the truth. And then I think Tam said, we're just gonna go. You said something cooler and romantic and hot, and I didn't remember the wording, but it was like, we're gonna hang out in the water until sundown or some shit like that. It was very badly paraphrased. I'm having fun here.
You did great.
But I think that Angel is like, because Angel's probably a little more astute than I am, and would pick up the situation and be like, Tam, what did you give up?
Repeat that.
What did you give up?
What did I give up when?
You know. What happened when you got me free?
I didn't give up anything. I refused to.
So you're okay?
No, I'm not.
And just, Angel puts a hand on Tam's cheek and says, you don't have to be my everything. No one can be. Just be Tam.
Okay.
Jade,
Yeah.
by the waterside, you see and feel this moment of surrendering into vulnerability. And you see and feel Serena embracing Maisie, friend. And you stand between these two. What do you do?
It's really good for you guys. Cool. Awesome. Great. And I'm gonna drop the tapestry into the water because I don't know what the fuck it is. It was just handed to me. And I'm gonna just say, I don't think there's anything else I can do here. Yeah. And I'm going to drop the tapestry in the water, and I'm going to walk over to Maisie and Serena. Do either of you guys know what happened to Zoe? Do you know where she went?
She became a god.
Okay, so I wasn't making that up. Okay, cool.
No.
Great.
Macy, that's news to you.
All right. Well, sorry, I got your blanket wet, and I'm gonna walk back
That's
towards
just
camp.
the tapestry that holds everyone's memories, where people are trapped inside
Maybe
of it. Oh
Jade's
my god! Oh
Jade's
my
walked
God.
away. Jade's left.
Runs to go get it.
Your memories aren't gone, they're just still soggy. It's fine.
So, okay, Tam and Angel are having this moment of vulnerability and closeness in the water. Jade is storming away in loneliness. Serena and possibly Maisie also are jumping into the water desperately to get the tapestry. And at that moment, we will pause and go to break.
Great.
We will be back in 15 minutes. This is amazing. I love all of you so much, and I miss this so much. And we'll be back in 15. Sitting here with my heart so full with these amazing role players and the amazing story that they're building. And we left off with Tam and Angel having just a moment of deep connection and I think safety in the midst of all of the things that have been going on. And Serena and Maisie going, oh my gosh, Jade just threw this tapestry of reality into the river. And Jade going, I am alone, and walking away. Because this is MonsterHearts, so that has to be. Let's go to Serena and Maisie. The tapestry is in the river soaking wet. And Maisie, you can sort of, when you were in the river on the other side of the tapestry, that feeling of the water was sort of threads passing by you, which was very thick at the time because you were in like a tapestry created world. You are not in a tapestry created world now, but you definitely feel every once in a while one of those feelings of a thread coming by you. And you can see that the tapestry is continuing to unwind or unravel as it is, the currents are rushing past where it was damaged.
They're like wrapping the tapestry like this around their arms, trying to get it, like rolling the tapestry. They're probably gonna make it so heavy, putting all of its weight like in there. Where they're like, we have to get this out of the water, and they kind of look around because if the tapestry is here, then didn't Jade have this? Where's Jade? Is Jade in trouble?
She just, I think she's got super sad and just sort of went back to the camp, I think.
Camp isn't safe. The camp is riddled with people.
Yeah.
Maisie, have you resolved your darkest self? Are you back in your normal form?
The hug.
Yeah.
I didn't know if that was going to be what I didn't know how
that's
that
good.
showed me what I was doing was bad for the camp.
The hug happened and all of those extra tendrils sort of receded back into your body and you're in your normal form. I'm gonna have you both roll to keep your cool, because I'm gonna assume that you're both afraid in this situation.
Yep.
Yeah, so roll with cold.
1.
10.
10.
Mhm.
9.
Awesome. Okay, so we'll start with the 9. You're holding onto this tapestry. You're thinking about taking it into the camp or not taking it into the camp. The two things that you realize as you're doing that, one is that the tapestry may, in its desperation to heal, feed off of the memories around it as it comes closer to campers. And the other thing is just like, you will be very exposed as something not what everyone thinks you are as you carry this tapestry into the camp. You're not in your darkest self anymore, but like you're holding something mooky spooky. People are going to get that something's off. Serena, you can roll. You can ask me a question about the situation and gain insight and take +1 forward in acting on it. What do you want to know about the situation?
Where can Macy and I go that is safe for us to resolve this tapestry situation?
You know that there's a cabin in the woods.
That is true. Hey, let's take this to that cabin, and you were in it, so we got to figure out, like, as much as I wish that this was done, it's not done, right?
No, the memories, they like touch. They like finally go for the pocket, like tapestry kind of gets heavier because it's only one arm. They're like, okay, no, still there. I have everybody here, and they show you the picture. You should be able to see your uncle, hopefully.
Yeah.
I'm gonna actually have you roll with dark, Serena.
Okay. 12.
Awesome. Yeah, you not only recognize your uncle, you have this disorienting, although it doesn't really throw you off, feeling of like not knowing him and then all of a sudden knowing him, having no memory of his involvement in your life, and then remembering him throwing a baseball with you in the backyard and eating too many hamburgers at a barbecue and like throwing up, and going camping with you and your family, and making jokes with your sister, and all of those memories come flooding into you, and you even remember family pictures, how they used to look and now how they look with him standing there. And in retrospect, you're like, wow, there was always a kind of empty spot in those pictures. Why didn't I notice?
Yeah. That's wild. What do we do with this?
Okay, so we already had like the big circle where everyone admitted that they were all something, so I could just speak kind of freely, but
everyone knows that they're
Yeah, but Hush to you is like, well, I figured Jade's a witch, so maybe they could make this into tattoo ink, and you could like ink the pulp into my skin like a tattoo, and then I would be able to absorb their memories through camp magic.
Okay, I hope they like being bananas.
No. In fact, there's like this crumpled up piece of knot paper that like has this doodle or like the sketch.
Like the t-shirt that the guy took off and like did. It's like a camp t-shirt. Yeah.
It's on the back, and it's like it's how it is. It looks like they kind of drew like it was stitched on, so the tattoo would look like embroidery on wood. Like that's the kind of tattoo it is. Looks like somebody made a little felt camp map, but there are scorpions on the border and like
okay. Yeah, Macy, this is I can do this, but we've established that I know how to do snakes, trees, and bananas.
No, it's fine. You can work on it in pieces.
Yeah,
I want everybody to be happy. We can start with like the frame. But
do we need to do all of it tonight? Like, do I have to like get the tattoo gun now?
We can look. As long as we have the ink, we should have the souls.
Okay.
I mean, maybe
okay,
magic. Jade's a witch. They could make you really good at tattoos for like 5 minutes. I don't know.
We have to go ask her.
I know, which is kind of, but also, hey.
It's okay. I'm way faster than her.
Okay.
Are they? And I'm gonna like turn and like look at the river. It's like, are they making out? Are they okay? Like, do we need
They're
to?
always making out. The world could be ending and they wouldn't even know somebody was making out.
Okay.
I know you both have gills, but breathe.
Whoa.
I love it so much.
Okay. I mean, well, we have a plan. Just meet me at the cabin. I'm gonna go grab Jade. She kind of took off.
Be safe, Serena.
Huh?
Be safe. I mean,
We
don't get me wrong, I love Zoe,
just
but I
fought the devil, okay?
and we won, so that's not
I
something we need
know,
to worry
like,
about anymore.
Okay.
I'm just
You're
saying I don't want the
awesome.
lodge. Okay.
She's got a head start. Just go meet me at the cabin.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
And
Like,
I take off running up.
firemen carrying the tapestry. Like, and they go the wrong way at first. They go, oh wait, no, this way.
Just like running. Jade!
Mud is just getting all over you from the tapestry.
That's
Jade,
fine.
do you feel
Okay,
like
these are
Jade
my
is-
clothes.
Do you feel like Jade is moving so fast that Serena would have to try hard to?
No, Jade's
Oh,
walking
no.
super slowly, not
Yeah.
making any effort to like get anywhere quickly.
Serena, you catch up with Jade.
Catch up, run in front of her, and like, hey,
Hey.
that was easy. Thanks for watching over the tapestry.
Kind of feel like I ruined it.
No, it's fine. It's fine. We're not gonna need it soon because we're gonna magically tattoo all of the memories to Macy.
Okay.
We're gonna need your help making magic ink.
I can't make it magic ink.
Yeah, you can.
No, I can't.
Oh yeah, you can.
Okay.
Prove you can't. That's all I'm saying. Is prove you can't. That's all I want you to do.
like
Listen.
yeah, come on. Like
I don't. Even if I could, I'd have to like really take a lot of energy to figure out how to do it. I've never done it before, and kind of feel like nothing I've done today has really gone well. So I could end up stabbing and killing someone trying to tattoo them. So I don't think you want my help. So
you're not gonna tattoo them. I am. You're just gonna
You
make
don't
the
tattoo
ink
people?
magic.
You can tattoo people?
Yo, I have been doing bananas, trees, and snakes.
Oh man.
Like,
Well,
what do you think Zoe and I were doing like that whole time?
I don't
I believe
fucking
you
know
did.
what Zoe was doing ever. Okay, Zoe is gone. I don't know anything that I thought I knew. So I'm just
Jade,
gonna
she's
go because
not-
I don't know
Jade,
anything.
Jade, time out. Hold on a second. And I'm gonna be like, she's not gone.
What do
Like,
you mean she's not gone? What was that? If that's not her being not here anymore.
like, can I stare into the abyss to find Snake God?
You sure can.
Cool.
Cool. What do I roll with
Dark.
staring? Dark, right? Nice. Not too bad. That's an 8.
I'm so excited
Yeah.
for Serena to find God.
Yeah.
So
Like, that's an 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you and what do you do to gaze into the abyss?
I'm going to, because Zoe and I are both snake girls. I'm going to sort of like, my hair is down, by the way, like it has fallen like to its full length. I'm gonna sort of like get down on like one knee, and I remember that one time that like I had found a snake friend. I'm going to try and find that little snake friend again. And hopefully that snake friend could lead me to where Snake God is vibing.
Okay. So as you sort of I kind of have the image, and it's probably not what you're doing. Look, okay.
It's fine.
Here, snaky, snaky, snaky. Here,
Yes.
snaky, 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 snaky.
You just see my hair just like snake
Yes.
up Jade. And you see little coral snakes just like, yo, what's up?
Yeah.
Like,
Yo,
And-
hey, yo.
Yo.
And a snake sort of slithers up to you,
oh, hello,
And-
friend.
looks up, and it's snakes don't talk. Like, even though you're a snake girl,
Yeah.
you've not had a conversation, a two-way conversation.
It's not
with
gonna
a
be the
snake
weirdest
before.
thing that's happened to me tonight, so let's go.
True.
Like,
It looks up at you and goes, "What's up?"
hey, so where's God vibing at?
God.
Yeah, like the snake god that just happened 20 minutes ago.
I mean, can we be certain that God exists? I mean, is there a way to prove God exists? I don't
Wish
know
there
if God created a
You
stone that was
found
too
the
heavy
one
for God to lift. Do you think is that
existential
possible? Like, I don't know. What do you mean by God?
I'm gonna squeeze the little snake's cheek and be like, I know you're being incredibly cute right now, but I want you to look at my friend over here. And I'm speaking in snake for some
Mhm.
reason. I
Mhm.
want you to look at my friend over here. She's in love with God and really sad that the giant snake god is not here talking to her. So I need you to get all of our snake minions and we need to take her to God, okay?
Oh,
If you
so
don't,
this is like
I will
this is
eat
like-
you.
so like the snake starts to say, "Oh, so this is like being a wingman. Okay, I'm at eat me. Oh well.
This is a dire situation, right? Yes. Be-
yes.
Be the wingman.
It just got dire. There's a new player in town in the basement of your people building.
Awesome. Thanks, friend. Hey, Jade, I found out where Zoe's at.
Friend
Let's go.
seems relative given the fact that you just threatened to eat me. And Jade, this is what you heard, okay? What you saw was like,
Cool.
that's what just happened from your
Checks out.
perspective.
Sure.
Somebody clip that, please.
Well, I thought you said. I mean, what do you mean by you know where she? What does that mean? Because I don't want to. If you're,
Would I fuck with you?
I don't know you that well. Maybe.
No, I wouldn't. I would just, if I wanted to do a bad thing to you, I would just like murder you.
Oddly comforting. Okay, sure.
Okay, come on. And I mean, like, I'm not gonna take you to a secret place to murder you because we're already in the forest. So,
All right.
yeah.
But what? I don't. Okay. Explain
Come
the
on.
tattoo thing to me again while we're going there.
Yeah,
I don't.
and I'm
still
gonna
know
go
that I
into
can do
like
that.
complete the complicated detail of the memories and the
Mm.
tapestry and the mom. I don't know like the other thing. Like I'm just like linking arms. Like this is like the most touchy like Serena's ever been with
Aw.
anyone.
Aw,
Like,
Cute.
just like, you know, telling the story about when we were in the tapestry and all of this and yada yada yada. Oh look, and I'm like kicking the head of Satan as we walk past him. Like,
And as you do that
Yeah.
and feel this sense of closeness with Jade for a moment, you do remember in the back of your head the deal that the devil offered you of belonging. Just like really in the back of your head, not in any like particularly meaningful way, but you just have a flashing memory of that.
yeah, fuck
Huh.
that guy. I'm doing great on my own. Like,
Maisie, you get to the cabin, and you smell cookies.
Promising and not ominous. Absolutely.
At the same
Yeah.
time, are they at least oatmeal raisin? Those are my favorite.
You know, it's funny. At first, it smelled like chocolate chip, but then when you thought to yourself, wow, I really wish it was oatmeal raisin, it switches to oatmeal raisin.
Don't say
Oh,
that to
that's
me. I'm just
great.
gonna start naming cookies. Like, don't.
And you even like, if a smell could be frustrated, this smell is like frustrated. It's like, look, I'm just trying to do you a solid and give you the cookies that you want. Like, come on.
As her mind just starts chanting snickerdoodles.
There's like almost this reluctance, fine, and then you smell like snickerdoodle. We're really like synesthesia town today.
They're like, look, if this is some type of trap, I at least want to be comfortable. They're like saying this out loud as they put the tapestry down and start like undoing it by the fire so it can dry out. Like,
So
I'm
you
just
go
saying, if I'm
into
gonna
the-
be trapped here for forever, you can at least be nice about it, because
When
it
you-
has to coincide.
So when you open the tapestry door, the cabin door, you actually see Margaret, and she rushes to you with a plate of cookies, and they, for a second, are oatmeal cookies, but then switch to snickerdoodles.
I love you. I love you so much.
I'm so, you really need to make up your mind about the cookies, but I'm so glad to see you, and let's, I can hold this, and she like helps you spread out the tapestry. I will hold this together as long as I can. Have some cookies before you say, just have some, you need to have some. I haven't made cookies for anyone in 30 years. Have some cookies.
Okay, cookie, it's happening. Cookie. Well, have you figured out what? Like, they're definitely talking like with a mouthful of cookies. But they're like, it's fine. Serena went to go get Jade. They have a tattoo gun. It's time to, carve our fates. Let's go. It's fine. You might have to convince them to not make everything bananas. They say, like, taking another bite of a cookie.
And like Margaret looks so incredibly confused, and then like dives onto the tapestry as best she can, and she's like kneeling down on the ground like this old woman with like crackling knees and like gnarled hands, but begins like working on weaving the tapestry. Yes. You have like, how many snickerdoodles do you eat?
I don't like
Vital
that
question.
I don't like that question at all. Hold on, I'll let you know. 4.
Okay. With each snickerdoodle that you eat, you have this moment of, again, that the same thing that Serena experienced of like remembering an uncle that was never there. You imagine landmarks in Edna and Margaret's life. You imagine them opening a new branch of the camp, the art camp that wasn't there before, and the excitement that they had, the ribbon cutting, them both attending it. You remember the moment when they could marry, when everyone in the camp could see and know who they truly were, and the wedding that took place at the amphitheater in the forest. You remember parent days where they both take you and have a picnic with you out in the quad. All of these memories come back to you, and again, it's like you know they're not real, and yet they also are real in a really comfortable way. And when you are done, Margaret looks up to you and says, if you're going to do the tattoo, you need to do it soon. I can only hold this together for so long. And you hear sort of whispering sounds outside, and you look out the window and you see some of the trees begin to writhe.
She like, is she set up so that she's gonna stay down on the ground with the tapestry?
Yeah.
Maisie goes over to like where the couch is and like brings her a pillow for her to sit on and go, it's fine, Serena's super fast. And then they go running out of the cabin with the
Nice.
But the picture was like, he gives him a pillow, like hugs him, like, it's okay, Serena's super fast.
There's a hug back where you can feel her almost wanting to keep you from leaving, and then she lets go. What are Angel and
Mom,
Tam?
I'll be right back.
Bye. Bye, dear. Bye, dear. I'll see you soon. This is not a loaded question. Angel and Tam, what are you up to?
At some point, we probably, just out of character, Noordin Ali, at some point, we probably like go find the others and stop making out, right? Right?
Do either of you have an intimacy move that you want to do?
I mean, my intimacy move is why he's currently a sea urchin.
I mean, I would certainly allow that to redouble itself at this point.
The dark power loses a string on you and gains a string on whoever you were
I
intimate
will add
with.
another string from the dark power.
Great, love that. Let's go find the others, please. Like, this is cool, but we should probably have some chill, right?
You and it, versus like the other time, like that dark power getting a string on you, where there was like a chill. There's an ever so slight sliver, as if it's just incredibly weak and almost an echo. And you do sort of remember you can have him in the river, and I can have the camp. And that just moment of hesitation where you were like, well, that's tempting. And then you were like, no, hell no, I'm going to kill you instead.
Yep.
Yeah, just that. And doesn't feel like it really holds on to you. And do you head to the camp?
I think I will have to leave my darkest self. Yes.
And what pulls you out of your darkest self?
I think it's just wanting to be there for Angel. I don't really care. I don't. I'm happy. I'm here. Spend here till sundown, but Angel's insisting, and that means that I should be the person he deserves.
What does it look like when you come out of your darkest self?
Oh, right. Have I not mentioned I've been a gigantic, scary bronze fish monster this entire time?
Hot.
Right. You look amazing.
You're positively radiating, darling.
Tam's a bit more in his human form now. Still a bit wetter than usual.
I get him like a moist towel and just sort of like just put it over his shoulders. Give him a good pat.
I don't have a shirt.
Give him a good pat.
Pablo, Angel, what other aquatic feature have you acquired during this time?
There's more?
Yeah.
This is so exciting.
Go with the aesthetic. Go with it. Lean into the aesthetic.
Yeah. Gosh, I'll take recommendations here. Got a sea urchin thing going on. Are we gonna continue in that direction? Got a different thing? Maybe like a vampire squid kind of like.
You have suction
sort of
cups?
Cape. I mean, suction cups is cool, but I kind of like the idea that it's like
yeah.
a vampire squid cape thing, like along
Yes.
like almost like a sugar glider thing, but it's vampire squid themed.
Yes. What color?
I think it's reds and blues.
Okay. So you glowing red and blue as you get to the canoe dock. The thing the canoe's attached to? Whatever. And it disappears as you come out of the water. And the two of you, looking relatively normal, you're right at the lodge, the landing place, whatever, canoe landing on the river Potomac is right there by the lodge. And you see Serena and Jade going into the lodge. You don't actually see the snake that they're following because it's small. But the snake is leading you, Serena and Jade, down into the rec room. Tam and Angel, do you follow?
Do we follow?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, okay, why not?
Tam's just tagging along.
And Jade, Serena, Tam, and Angel, close to the same time, you go down into Wendy's, the name that the rec room is called this year at camp. You see the sort of lighter space on the wall where Maisie is in her statue form mounted usually. And on the other side, you see up in the upper part of the lodge, there are a number of little cases with like taxidermied animals in it. and there is a case with a taxidermied snake. And you look at that snake.
Kind of snake.
It is the same kind of snake that you saw Zoe fighting with. And I'm going to say, because I can't remember because it's been like 4 months, it's just a beautiful emerald snake.
Yeah.
But there's something about the face of this snake that just feels like Zoe. It just there's something about it that has like a facial structure that gives it a little bit of a Zoe look to it. And you could swear it winks at you when you come into the rec room.
So like just kind of with Jane, just sort of bring her over to the case, and I'm like, see, just like Macy.
Ew, it does not make me feel better. Cause see, she's a snake now, and doesn't make me feel. How would this make me feel better?
What's wrong with dating a gigantic snake? I mean, is that a stupid question to ask?
Yeah, kind of. Tam?
I mean, if Macy can come out.
He's got horns.
Listen, I don't know that I can do this right now. This is weird. It's too much. I
gently booped Zoe on the snout.
It's cute. That was cute.
It's warm. As if it's been lying out in the sun instead of down in a basement. By the way, your snake friend Serena is just like, well, this is the weirdest date that I have ever helped arrange for anyone. I am gonna just get, and I'm also just having a little bit of an existential crisis here that God is a snake. I guess we are made in the image of God. I'm gonna go and think about that.
Yeah, and guess what? You're not gonna be anyone's dinner today. Thank you.
This is profound.
Meanwhile, but everyone else.
Yeah.
Okay, what are the odds you think Tam is a person who's heard river snakes before understanding this?
You've heard river snakes before. If you would like to gaze into the abyss, you can try to understand it.
Why not?
Yeah, roll a third.
While you're rolling that, if I can just turn to Jade and be like, "Hey, look, I get it. It's been a lot.
Yeah.
We haven't had a minute.
No.
And just hand on your shoulder. What would be helpful?"
10. You can understand.
I don't think anything would be helpful right now. I don't know. I just feel like everyone else has their shit together and in weird, bizarre ways. Everyone's like better now. Like everyone's had weird fucked up revelations, but it's been good. I haven't had any of those. I just feel shitty and alone and sad and like nothing's gotten better. And I feel more confused than I did a couple weeks ago. And everyone else is having their weird, like, quirky but I belong moment, and I'm fucking not. And I don't think anything would help me right now.
And I just grab you by the shoulders and I go, "Jade, you're my best friend and I love you. And I'm so sorry that this new relationship energy I have with Tam has made it that I ignored you for like 2 weeks. I'm really sorry.
Yeah, it
That's
sucked.
on me."
But yeah, it wasn't fucking cool. But I appreciate it.
I am
love
looking
you.
forward to us being only 10 days late to all of our fan fiction writing goals.
It's a lot to make up, but fine. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Just hang out with me more, I guess.
Just give her a big hug.
Yeah. I hug back.
Wait, you wanted us to eat the tiny little snake?
Look at Tam. It's like I wasn't gonna eat the snake. I was just trying to convey with violence how dire it was. And I'm still talking to Tam and Snake.
I spoke in clear English. But yes.
So, Maisie, you walk into the rec room and you see Angel holding Jade, and Jade having sort of I would say like a nervous, shy smile. And then you also see Serena and Tam hissing at each other. And a taxidermied snake kind of looks like Zoe that was not there before.
If I notice Maisie coming in, I'm gonna stop and snake talking, and I'm gonna look at Tam and I'd be like, you really need to talk to your best friend.
Let's get you outside, huh, little buddy? And they go to grab the small snake.
So what? What? So what do you want now? Is there
I'm
more?
gonna grab Tam by the shoulder to keep him from leaving.
What is this? The big? What is this? The Bachelor? I don't do need. Are we?
On this snake.
What is the Bachelor?
It's. Oh, I see. You're just woefully lacking in popular culture knowledge. I
live
what do you?
in the river.
I live in the woods. Get with it. Get with the times. What do you want from me?
Turn to Jade, and I'm just like, I'm a huge fan of this little snake. It's insane, but it's just
Kinda
really
gets
cute.
it. Yeah.
Kind of fucking rad.
I get why people are like, hail the snake. I understand.
Cool.
I feel like if I had been introduced to the snake cult a little earlier in my life, it really would have reached me. I don't know.
Might have vibed, yeah.
Missed the sensitive window.
Maisie comes in, and it's for the first time of anybody in this room, they don't even pay attention to Tam. This is very important. People are my mom is tired and is very crackly, and I'm trying to help. At least one of them. Where's my other mom? Anyway, they just come in and they're holding like the ink, and they're like, okay, I got the ink. Put it in the gun, like cock it back and shoot me with art. Do the thing.
Jade still has to make the ink.
I haven't made it magic yet.
Oh, you haven't made it magic. They don't know how this works. They're just like going
That
over
makes
things.
two of us.
Yeah, so
I
like
don't know
Maisie's
what's
holding
here.
a photo in front of you. Yeah.
It's like, look,
And-
now melt it.
What is happening?
Tam, when you see that picture, that feeling of things that were missing in our, because you've been around for a while. Versions of you have been around. This version of you actually came into being as these people were disappearing, or right
Mhm.
before. You remember them. You remember their stories. You remember some of them canoeing on you. And falling into you and laughing and tickling you and giving you a great day as they sang along you, or picnicked on your shores. You remember them.
It's Eddie and Victoria. What are you doing with these?
What I have been trying to do for the past 3,900 and stop talking to me makeout section.
Stacy,
Yes.
talk.
Yeah, no,
to each
sorry.
other,
Do you want to sit down
please.
somewhere comfortable? So do I lay on the floor? Are you gonna just like stab me? Where do you? They're really, and now it's their turn, just like being adamant of their.
Yeah. Let's witch this magic picture into pulls out.
It's not how it works. Oh my god. Okay.
Do I lay on the ground? Draw the pentagram on my body.
What
Okay.
are you people trying to do?
We're
We're-
trying to save the camp, Tam.
In specificity. How are you?
Goes
trying-
into specifics as the magic
Yeah.
ritual.
It's like, and it's very kind of huffy when they turn around, like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you, we're turning this into ink. It's going to be on my body, and then I'm going to do my job. Keep everybody safe, hold all of the memories, and have 5 minutes of a good camp day.
Jade. I love this so much. Jade, what do you do with this photo to try to turn it into ink?
All right, listen, y'all are putting a lot of faith in me that I don't think you should be putting in me. I've never done this before. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna do my best, but your bitch is tired, okay? So just want to throw
Here.
that out there.
I'm
But I'm
gonna
gonna do
take
my
the
best.
taxidermy snake and I'm gonna put it on Jade. The god will help you.
Oh, this is weird. No, take it off. No, weird.
Takes
Haven't
it off,
processed
puts
these
it
feelings
back.
yet. Take the dead
Okay,
body
okay,
off
okay,
me.
I
okay.
think I have
It's
a
not dead.
It's not dead.
It-
Feels
She's not
dead.
dead.
Serena, as you hold Zoe and hand Zoe for a moment to Jade,
What's up, mama?
you actually do feel like your friend in the room with you for a moment. And that steals your nerve a little bit. You feel like you may be even stronger in being able to do this. So I'm going to give you a +1 to whatever roll that you do. Anything else that the rest of you would like to do to help Jade as Jade attempts to turn a photograph into magic ink?
I think I have a move that could help.
Okay, what's your move?
Pep rally. When rolling to turn someone on a hit, you may remove a condition from them as well as yourself if they are in your domain. Like we are, and I think not so much wanting to remove anything you just said, but more so like that I don't know what I'm doing, but I've watched witches do stupid stuff at this camp all the time. Like, just, it's natural. You have to believe in yourself. Stop focusing. It's like kind of trying to give them a pep talk, kind of a thing.
And that I want to have a good camp day. Jade sort of feels, and Jade, you remember some of the good camp days that you've had, and you've been a little bit like kind of outside of like the camp spirit situation, like, right? Like Team Unity, you were never super in, but like, and you've been so focused on sort of the romantic side of Camp Bunz, but you like remember that moment with Angel, and with Angel just hugging you, and the way that like your relationships actually could deepen and grow in surprising ways, but non-romantic ones here at camp. So another +1. I don't think you need to roll for that,
good.
Maisie. Angel, what do you do to help? Tam, what do you do to help?
It's a picture, right?
Yeah, it's a photograph.
So it has ink in it already. Just soak it in water.
Nice. What do you do to give it water?
You and your knowledge of chemistry.
I mean, it still needs to be magic, but making it ink would help.
I take the picture gently. I find a bowl or a cup. You know what?
You're still dripping.
I'm still dripping. I find like a mug that says world's best #1 bear trapper or something.
Yeah, there's like a little shelf that has a bunch of old mugs, and that one's in there. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. It's been in there since the 1970s.
I hold the picture over it. I wrap my hand around it, and I squeeze it, kind of like you're trying to wring something out, but instead I'm pushing myself into it and letting myself drip out. So this inky black stuff lifts off of the picture, drops into the cup, and then I hold an empty photograph in my hand.
The waters of the Potomac creates ink of memory. Another +1. Angel, what do you do?
I go, Jade, remember that time where I was writing the Southern Steven Universe fan fiction AU thing, and I made up like 20 characters that are not part of the cast and made it mostly about them? And you were like, hey, those 2 characters could have been one character that fulfilled the same role in the plot. I would be a shit writer without you.
Aww.
That
It turned out really good in the end after lots of edits. Yeah.
And you remember the joy of being creative with Angel, your friend, and how you don't even know what was going on in Angel's life for a lot of that time. You connected over creativity from a distance. That's not gone. +4 to your roll.
All right. Is it
It's going to be hard to fail this roll. It's possible. It's possible. It's going to be hard to fail.
So my theory for this, I don't really have any moves that let me make magic ink, but the closest thing I have is I have a hex that's called watching, and I would be the target. I would have the target be a person, and then I would be able to see and feel the emotions of that target. But I was wondering if I can kind of cast the hex, and instead of having me be the thing that feels and sees the emotions and memories, make that be the ink and cast that on the photograph. That's my
That is brilliant.
Perfect.
Yay!
Perfect.
Do that.
Fabulous. Okay, so I roll with dark.
No snake eyes.
We got 17 with all of my buffs.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
You need the buffs.
I mean,
What does this look like? What does this look like?
ooh,
I'll give extra credit for us 17.
I think Jade is kind of standing in between everyone. Everyone's kind of like helping her out and giving her inspiration and thoughts on how to do this, because she's never fucking done this before. And her hands are shaking. You can tell she's like clearly extremely tired trying to do this. And she casts the hex on the photograph, and these kind of spirally green strings of energy go in between that and the ink that Tam has. And it's now kind of a glowing green ink that is infused with the memories of the people.
Yes. And it's when you get really close to it, you hear it whispering the camp song.
Oh, that's good.
Serena, you've been practicing tattooing. You're got the bananas down. So I'm gonna let you choose what you roll with to do this tattoo.
I think I'm gonna roll with, because I sort of have, because tattooing is very, very painful, and I have to sort of shut everyone out so that I can concentrate on the art itself. I'm gonna roll, like, because I have to disassociate. That's the word I was looking for to do this. I'm gonna roll with cold.
All right. All right.
8.
An 8. All right.
Yeah.
You draw up the ink, and you can hear the whisper of the camp song. And
I hum along with it.
You hum along with it as you're tattooing. There's silence in the room. Everyone, you feel the weight of this moment. And where do you tattoo it? Where on Macy's body?
I'm gonna do it on Macy's shoulder blade, like right shoulder blade, like back here, so that she can sit comfortably. I can sit comfortably, like we're just straddling like a picnic bench or something. And I'm gonna go, and I'm going to do. I'm gonna do a tree.
Question.
With
Is it a banana tree?
It's not a banana tree. I'm gonna do a tree with a little snake wrapped around going up the trunk of the tree.
That's really beautiful.
That's so cute.
And as you do that, your art is what stands out on Maisie's back. But Maisie, like you're really actually fundamentally made of wood. So first of all, this doesn't hurt the way a shoulder blade tattoo otherwise would. But the grain of the wood of your back moves in strange ways and creates a map like the one that was on the t-shirt out of the grain that leads up into this beautiful tree that appears to stand over the camp as if it's watching over it. Now you rolled an 8, which is not a full success. I'm going to wait till the very end to let everyone know what that partial success will do. All right. All right. Everyone holds their breath, and I'll narrate what you don't see. What you don't see is Margaret in the cabin, leaning back as the tapestry disappears and smiling. You don't see, right in this moment, Edna in an ambulance, having been in cardiac arrest, come to, and shocked EMTs who were sure they were going to lose this patient, just crying with joy. You don't see, but you feel the cracks in the edge of the reality in this camp sealing shut. Tam, you don't see, but you certainly do feel the water of your river flowing with crystal clarity that you have not felt for 40 years. Angel, you feel something that maybe in the past would have been distressing to you. You feel the power that you had to wield, the moves that you had, gone. You feel nearly normal. I mean, you're also fishy and have horns, but normal in a number of ways and freed. Jade, you feel wanted by the people around you. You hear my dogs fight in the background. And Serena, your heart is very soft. The rest of you might be stone, but your heart is softer than it used to be. I will, because we're getting to the end of our time, and there's plenty to do in the camp, I will ask you what epilogue you want for your character now that the camp is saved and reality moves forward. Who wants to start? I'll call somebody's name if I need to.
Do it. Call someone's name.
Okay, Jade. You go
No,
first.
not me.
I mean, I feel like I have an idea, but like, I'm going to be asking Tam questions because it's a little related.
That's okay. And we can play out some scenes so long as they're short scenes. I'm not going to cut us off. I'll give us another
Sure.
15.
I mean,
Yeah.
I guess, I don't know, maybe this will be a little bit of back and forth here, but the answer to my question depends enormously on how far Tam can go from the river.
I've never gone as far. I'm Moana. I have never gone farther than my river can take me, and usually I end up back at the camp, so I guess,
Hey.
I don't know.
Hey, do you like camping?
I've never really gone camping.
Let's go on a camping trip.
Where? Oh, wait, hold on. I like ruffle like in my bed. Tam has like a basically a small duffel bag full of things that no one else wanted that comprises his camper things, and pulls out an encyclopedia of the world full of pictures of faraway places. And he like opens the book up, lifts up the pages, flips through them, closes his eyes, points down. Up there. Let's go there.
We're not going to a volcano.
Why? Come on.
It's so far.
Okay, I'm trying again.
Okay.
There.
You find yourself pointing to a beautiful lake up in the Canadian wilderness. And Angel and Tam, you realize for the first time your river is safe. And so long as you come back to it, so long as there's water near you, and all water is in some ways connected through paths of rain and cycles of weather, that you can go for a little bit, so long as you come back. And Angel, you know, you're going to go and no one's going to ask you to corrupt anybody. You can be a positive influence in Tam's life.
We're going to go on a surprising amount of road trips for a teenager to go on.
And your dad is fine with that because you are the family hero.
You mean, like, I kind of mostly got kidnapped and my friends beheaded the demon. It's fine. We're good.
Yeah,
that's
you're
what
good.
matters.
You go.
Thanks, Macy. Thanks, Serena, for just killing the demon for me.
Serena, sorry, go on.
Sorry, quick details. Just that Jade and I do sort of only submit things 10 days late for various upcoming fan fiction projects. And my dad shows up with his food truck, and my family does host some food for everyone who was involved in turning this demon to stone and beheading it, and also various other people who are just around.
Team Unity has a really, really good time with special picnics for the rest of the summer that nobody else gets.
Excellent.
I send postcards wherever we go to everyone in the group. And usually they're somehow still water stained. It's not my fault.
Serena, what happens with Percy and JJ?
So a couple things. I guess like there's a moment where she considers confronting them both. But camp has taught her a lot. And instead of confronting them, she goes to the office with the evidence of what they were doing to Snapdragon and to Otter and be like, so this guy needs to get banned from camp.
Wow, this is Otter. That's super uncool. That's not okay.
Uncool.
That's
just think we can't have this happen to other girls. Like if it was anyone else other than me, I think they would have been broken.
And Snapdragon's like, what about JJ? What do you want with him?
He was also a victim of this. I don't think he should be banned from camp. Speaking of, this is my senior year, so I'll be too old to come to camp next year. So I was wondering if you got a job application.
Otter's like, right on.
Yeah.
Right on.
Right on.
You get an application, and I mean, the truth is that probably you would have gotten a job anyway because of your family's history with the camp.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But you are seen as someone with such good judgment that could have retaliated in a lot of different ways socially against Percy, and instead made it.
No, I could have murdered him.
Yeah, a very. I don't. And I mean, in their heads, you could have socially murdered him, but actually, you could have murdered him. And he is asked to leave camp, and you are hired, and you still start at the bottom. You start
that's
like
it's fine.
Yeah, you still start at the bottom.
As long as I can help out, because this place holds a lot of memories for me, and I want to make sure that it sticks around so that other kids can make more here.
And your first year as a counselor, you see the young kids playing, and your eyes zero in and you recognize JJ's brother's here. JJ may not have been the best in his choice about what to do. But with your response, they knew that this was a safe place for his brother to be.
Hey, Maddie, you should go talk to that kid over there. His name is Mikey. He's pretty cool.
Okay, Mikey, I'll go talk to Auntie. Yeah. You're really cool, so if you say that he's really cool, then probably he's really cool, because you're really cool, and like cool people know really cool people, and if I talk to him, does that make me cool?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
Maddie, you were always cool. You're like the coolest of the siblings.
I'm cool, you're cool, everybody's cool.
Yeah, go teach him how to play flute. Not just okay, I'm gonna stop there. I'm gonna go hang out with the statue.
Okay, that's weird, but whatever you say, we're cool.
That's weird. Serena spends most of her time hanging out with a taxidermy snake and a statue.
Yeah, some of of the kids do call
probably
you.
conceives her first child in this room somehow. We'll see. Just like her parents before her.
And some of the kids do, without any idea that this is ironic, call you Snake Lady.
Yeah. Because I always have one. Anyway, that's Serena.
What about you, Jade?
So I think Jade transfers to the art camp as opposed to she was doing theater tech, and she teaches Isabel how to take over the tech stuff because she thinks she'll get along with those kids better anyways, and she transfers to the writing side of the art camp, and starts writing a lot of fan fiction about a beautiful snake goddess and her adventures, and just kind of does that and sends it to Angel on his adventures and has him edit it and add in his own weird self inserts and weird yeah.
I'm trying to think what the distinction is between fan fiction and journaling here.
It's very thin. Yeah.
Even before you leave camp and continue this project, and with all the people at the art camp kind of aware of this project, you've got fan art of your snake people fic. It's super popular. You get a lot of people commenting and interested in really there are animatics of the fan art, and just it becomes a really, really popular work that people meme, and it takes off.
It's the next Homestuck.
I love that.
Yes. What about May?
I think I don't know what happens to May, because I feel like Jade finally comes around to the understanding that her relationship with May was really toxic and unhealthy, but does not have the emotional bandwidth to confront and deal with that. And I think she kind of just, as much as is possible, unless you want May to confront her, if it's up to Jade is just leaves that alone and backs away and lets Isabel take over what she was doing with theater tech and goes and works out her feelings in her writing, and because that's about all she can handle right now.
Yeah. And I would say the only thing I would say about May is you do have a moment at the end of summer camp when the theater students put on their performance. And May, I believe it was Legally Blonde.
Yeah.
May is an excellent elf.
I knew she would be though. That's the thing.
Yeah. But you sit there and you know that you helped get her there. That you might not be an item, but you're a piece of her past and a piece of what she's going to bring forward as a performer. And also, your fic is more popular than her.
Good shit.
Maisie, Edna and Margaret don't leave you alone. They don't forget about you. They visit you. They laugh over the strange places that you wind up as the campers steal you and compete over you. They have picnics with you as you remember
how to climb such high trees.
They have picnics with you, not just on parent weekend, but throughout the year. What's your epilogue?
It kind of, ever since taking on everyone else's memories, that's kind of how they see the world now, in these snapshots kind of these moments, and then that's how they remember people. They're only captured in those moments, these memories just play over and over again, and it's less about them trying to intake camp spirit and more about them trying to capture it, quote unquote. They did so, and they do so now, kind of following Serena's lead. And so it wouldn't be that weird when they were walking around in person form. They also send in an application to become a new camp counselor. Specifically, after all that weird nature stuff happening, the rebranding of Camp Warped and Wept, and they're the official photographer, capturing photos of everyone's favorite moments to hang in the galley, sell to parents when they come pick up their kids. They're really bad at making slideshows. It's always to Boys to Men music.
Like, a lot of the campers are like, oh my
Serena will
God.
insist on at
Goodbye.
least one Backstreet Boys slideshow, okay?
It's always it's like slowly becoming a tradition for the end of the year slideshow, and everyone's like, Miss Maisie's gonna like the older campers like singing "It's the end of the..." They like mimic. They just like all these like it's always the same type of pictures. We're having fun at the pool. We're having fun while we go hiking. We're someone always steals the camera and takes one bad picture, and it's like that's not supposed to be in there. But it's their favorite part of like trying kind of doing. But there's always like this scenic thing of just along the river. It always starts and ends with this like sunrise along the river, and then ends with a sunset along the river.
Where is your relationship with Tam after all of these events?
They definitely, I like to think that they did finally just like have it out, but it was like the most sob-filled thing of, I can't believe you didn't talk to me for 20 years. Like it's like something stupid. If
you want, tell Tam you can do that right now. We got time. We got a few minutes.
They finally figured out how phones work. I think both of them do, and it's like text messages, random pictures, bad selfies. Slowly they like learn the technology until it's like one night. Like, hey, remember that time that I like hated you? And I feel like Tam would go, you hated me? Like forgotten out of being so happy with Angel. They're like, you what? It's like, yeah, the stuff, the thing, all of that. Look, I know you didn't leave me. It's like a voicemail at this point. They could not do this like to your face. Like, I know you didn't leave me. I realize now that you had to do what rivers do and like find your way to the ocean or whatever. Angel's the ocean if you don't get this metaphor. I learned it's a metaphor. Choice, it's nice. I'm keeping the river clean. It's really good. Locking it up at night. I'm getting better at jokes, Serena said, but I think they're lying. I still haven't figured out sarcasm. But I hope you figured out the whole love thing, and realize that it can be more than one person. And I love you too. My mom said hello. My other mom said hey. They can't wait to meet you. And come take a dip sometime. See you next summer. It goes like hang up the phone.
I can't check the voicemail right now, but I find a tree that looks kind of like a person. I take a picture of it, and I think on Angel's recommendation, I just send it with the words "It you."
Oh my God,
And
I'm so proud.
face. And a smiley face.
The smiley face is how they know it's a joke, because they were really about to go, no, it's not. Oh, it's a joke. That's amazing.
I love that. It's so
This is queer culture.
And I think as we end the story, the camera pans up over the woods as you hear in the distance the sounds of campers singing the song, Camp Warp and Weft, my home from home, my heart is here where'er I roam, river green and blue, Oakwoods tried and true, and Mount Trashmore too, Camp Warp and Weft, how we love you. And you hear the sounds of the river, and then you see, for just a moment, as the screen goes dark, that crystalline round shape that was left on the ground of the woods, dark, pulse like a heartbeat, with just a tiny bit of green light. And the screen says, see you next summer? Question.
Yay!
So good!
Everybody, oh my goodness, it has been such a pleasure and an honor to do this story. We did it, and I mean, adversity through all of our adversity as people to get to this point and to do this, and this is beautiful, and you're all wonderful. I love you all so much, and I love you as artists and as people. So let's go around and say who you are and where people can find you. I'll just call people out. Pablo, you go first.
Hey, I'm Pablo. I do some stuff. Not really active on Twitter anymore, but sometimes I'll retweet funny pictures of cats. I'm about that's to wrap up the longest campaign that I've ever run. This started like 3 years ago. We did our last session today. We got an epilogue next week, and so I'm gonna finally take a GM break that I started talking about a year ago.
You finished 2 campaigns in one day.
Basically.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's not even real right now. I can be found at the Twitter handle is tender_ideas, and I am upturning my voice in weird ways. I love all of you.
How about Bunz?
Hi everyone, it's me, I'm a Bunz. And you can find me at honeybuns on Twitter, but at Battlestar Bunny, pretty much everywhere else on the Webernets. As I said earlier, you can normally find me either starring on channels like Phoenixy Wackies, playing Out of the Abyss, and my lovely little changeling that is low-key taming the Underdark. I'm just saying I have a red dragon wormling. It's adorable. His name is Charcutia. I love him so much. But other than that, you can find me out on Magpie's, magpie.com to play other PBTA games like Masks, where I just kind of suck you into my own little world and hope you survive. But other than that, I'm just a Bunz.
Yay. The best Bunz. Ray.
Hi, I'm Ray. I work for a board game company called Check Games Edition. I stream for them professionally, so if you want to watch me talk about board games, you can find me at twitch.tv/Check Games Edition. You can also follow me on Twitter. I talk about board games a lot because I like board games a lot. And then I also have a personal Twitch channel that's just for shits and gigs called Ray's Retros. I'm actually going live there in like half an hour. I'm just starting a playthrough of Earthbound, which is a game that is extremely near and dear to my heart. If you happen to like games such as Undertale, which I know the audience that Pablo and I draw, if you're one of those people who likes Undertale, come watch me play the game that literally was like the one-to-one inspiration for Undertale. It's real good. I love it very much. Most of my audience has never played it before. I have, but I'm trying to like do no spoilers. If you want to have like a kind of vicarious first-time experience with this amazing, fucking fantastic game, come hang out with me in half an hour over there. And yeah, I'm just really honored, and I feel very privileged to have been a part of this game because y'all are fucking lovely and so talented, and that's all I've got to say.
Absolutely. Amen and amen to that. All right, Rosie.
Hey everyone, I am Rosie Raid, or Valdrianth on the internet, on Twitch and Twitter. I produce TTRPGs for actual plays for me and my friends. Currently going on my channel on Fridays, we have a Heartbeats in Perfect Sync game, which is, if you like shonen anime, that's what this is. And on Saturdays, we both play Dragon Age, and another game on Saturday evenings, which is premiering next Saturday, called Defiant, which is like MonsterHearts, but like kicked up a notch. I like to call Saturdays Thirst and Emotions because that's what happens on the channel, is Thirst and Emotions. Other than that, every other Sunday, I play over at Nat One Heroes. We're playing Rime of the Frost Maiden, where I play as a hobgoblin barbarian zealot of Malar, trying to become the strongest boy out there. But yeah, that's me, friends.
Awesome. Thank you. And not last but not least, Noordin Ali.
Hello, my name is Noordin Ali Kadir, but my friends also know me as Werewolf. You can find me online on all the things that Werewolf feels. That's Twitter, Instagram, if you really like pictures of my dog, and also Twitch, where I sometimes stream games, and I'll be coming back to that this week. Because I've been taking some time off because I've been very ill and I couldn't stop coughing for more than 10 seconds. That would not be a fun stream. I mean, probably be a fun stream for someone, but not for me. Anyways, I'm also a tabletop writer, cultural consultant, and player. The thing I'm currently in that people probably most know me for is The Atomless, a new Starfinder podcast. Our second episode ever is coming out on Wednesday, so you can find that online wherever good podcasts are found. I'm also guesting on Planet Arcana, another cool podcast, D&D this time, taking place in kind of a tarot-inspired futuristic world. You can find that, again, wherever good podcasts are found. I'm a podcaster now. I do podcasts. Also, I'm writing for Into the Motherlands still. There's a Kickstarter coming out called Disaster Hamsters 2 that I'll be sensitivity consulting for if it funds. And there'll also be a Kickstarter out for Deimos Academy soon, a very cool horror tabletop RPG that uses a coloring book as one of its mechanics.
Oh, that's cool.
That's really nifty. I wrote for it. Once it's out, I'll be retweeting it all over the place. The best way to check out all of this stuff is just follow me at Werewolf Feels. That's all. And now, on to our favorite GM, Jen.
You're no longer nervous, GM. Until the next time I'm nervous. Really quick though, I want to shout out Ava for amazing production for this. This was like probably the most beautifully produced game that I've ever been involved in, and I just loved every second. Yeah, I'm Jen, and my major project right now is a project called Play Cancer Away. I even have the t-shirt. We have Twitter at Play Cancer Away. Ava is also an organizer for us and amazing, and we would not exist without her. And it's a place for cancer patients and former patients, and also other people who cancer has touched their lives, to just play and have fun together. It's sort of like a support group with dragons. We've got offline games going on right now, and we'll have another wave of those if you want to play offline with people, and we'll also be streaming sometime soon, we hope. So come join us, and then we have a Discord. If you're a patient or a former patient, you just want to connect with other people who've had similar experiences. It's really been a hugely healing in my life, and I think in a lot of others. So that's all that. And love to everybody here, everybody who watched, everyone who was involved at any step along the way for this. And if I forgot anybody, you're still precious to me. Maybe we'll see you next summer. I think we're gonna raid. I think we're gonna raid Friends Who Roll Dice. So awesome. Bye, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.